Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Welcome to another broadcast. What's going on, Dalton? Jawad Khan, what's going on, family? We got another imperative message. There's an article that was either published by Dazed or Psychology Today, in which they make some very bold proclamations about single men, right? And this particular article has the entire internet in a frenzy. All across TikTok, all across Instagram, all across YouTube, modern women are rejoicing about this article, and they're ranting and they're raving about the content of this particular article. And there's one content creator in particular. I'm going to react to some things that she had to say, and I'm actually going to also react to the article itself and the news of the article, because this is a whole lesson in itself. And so many people hit me up with this source and wanted my opinion on this, and so here I go. Here I am. What's going on, famous warrior? Erica, I am forever blessed. Stephanie, Jamie Rios, Tiana Scott. Yes. And I'm going to end up pretty much raining on a modern woman's parade. They in celebratory mode. They rejoicing like they up in Sunday school. You dig? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the article is total pukaki. It's fugazi. Holds no weight, no validity, no merit at all. Easily deciphered. But I'm going to go into this article nonetheless. First and foremost, let me share the source, because some of you all may not be familiar with this particular article. So allow me to share this with you all.
Today article going viral now, saying that we are seeing a rise in lonely single men. According to the author, dating opportunities for straight men are diminishing. Okay, so it's not all bad, though. So
now, how do we classify dating? This article claims that dating opportunities for heterosexual men are somehow diminishing. What is dating exactly? Is that talking about a man getting some cheeks? A man getting a woman? A man being able to have intercourse with a woman? Like, what are we talking about here? Because to be quite frank with you, a lot of real brothers, they're not taking these women on dates anyway. A lot of brothers is not taking women on dates. The whole dating scene is nothing but manipulation for the woman to control the narrative of y'all's situationship. That's all it is. Because let's be quite frank, everybody is dealing with situationships now. This right here is to further promote the battle of the sexes. But to be quite frank with you, everybody's operating the same way out in this world as a whole. As a whole. And it's more so just situationships. So what do they mean by dating, right? All right, let's continue.
Here's the real reason they're saying this. The author says it's because women are raising their standards for relationships.
Women are raising their standards for relationships? Oh, this is going to get good. Ladies and gentlemen, they're claiming that the modern woman has somehow raised their standards for relationships, and that's leaving men out in the cold pretty much. And men are becoming lonely, fragile, scorned, and hurt. That's what the claim is, ladies and gentlemen. This is quite interesting. So we're talking about the modern woman, right? She's raised her standards. The modern woman has raised her standards. Okay. Just for the record, that's what they're saying. Okay. The same woman walking around with all her nooks and crannies hanging out. The same woman doing whatever for a cash app. The same women that's out here not knowing who their children's fathers are. So they got upset about Roe v. Wade being overturned because they know now they'll have to be held accountable for their actions. We're talking about those same women have all of a sudden raised their standards. That's what we're saying right now. This is what we're doing right now. Okay. Let's continue.
As we should. Right now, 62% of dating app users are, in fact, men.
Oh, we're talking about dating apps. Yeah, somebody said twerking with no respect. Yeah, these individuals, they raise their standards, right? All right, so they're talking about dating apps, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's doing dating apps. Nobody's running to dating apps. Like, this is pathetic. So you're going to base a whole article on a dating app. Ladies, for all the ladies that's rejoicing, they're coming up with their statistics based on dating apps. That's all and that's it. What are you so excited about? Because in the real world, women outnumber men by a lot. In the real world, women outnumber men by a whole lot. D'Angelo Mayweather, thank you for the $5 contribution, says the Bible told us that they would desire to rule over man, and it's playing out right before our eyes. That's a fact. Right. So this whole article is based on dating apps. And you got TikTok going crazy. I mean, they're going berserk. You know, I think Kevin Samuels, before he passed, that one talking point about the modern woman dying alone, it hurt her badly. Like that, Kevin Samuels is dead and gone. But that talking point right there, that did something to the modern woman where she's on get back mode. I honestly believe Kevin Samuels was killed by modern women. I do. I believe he was set up by the modern woman. But that's neither here nor there. It seems that these women are they don't get back mode. They're vengeful. They're showing their vindictive nature. And now they're grasping at straws here. At the first article that would, I guess, make men seem like they're the ones who've been making these mistakes, they're going to just cleave to it, right? Hold up, let me see something real quick. All right, here we go. All right, let's continue.
Many of those are probably in relationships. Yeah. That's just my little side note. The author of the article says men need to address their dating deficits to meet healthier relationship expectations from potential partners. And we posted this on our Facebook page. The comment section, as you can imagine, is full. People are agreeing. They say men should raise their game. Some are also saying that the dating apps cause.
Now, notice the reporter, she had an underhanded statement. She said most of the men that are on the apps are probably in relationships. She literally just said they're probably in relationships. So these guys who are on the apps already have women. I want y'all to listen closely.
As you can imagine, it is full. People are agreeing.
Listen here. Listen to the underhanded comment she made.
Dating deficits to meet healthier relationship expectations from potential partners. And we posted this on our Facebook page. The comment section, as you can imagine, is full.
Hold on, let me go back.
Many of those are probably in relationships.
Many of those guys are probably in relationships. So why is the name of this article The Rise of Lonely Single Men when you got the reporter making jokes saying those guys probably have women?
And many of those are probably in relationships. Yeah. That's just my little side note. The author of the article says men need to address their dating deficits to meet healthier relationship expectations from potential partners. And we posted this on our Facebook page. The comment section, as you can imagine, is full. People are agreeing. They say men should raise their game. Some are also saying that the dating apps caused this issue. So head to our Facebook page. We want to know what you think. Join that conversation. And when I say the author says, I'm not the author.
Yeah, the author.
Yeah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's more. Now I want you to see how the modern woman reacted to this information, right? Somebody said, no disrespect in dating apps is weak. Somebody said, I'm deleting those dumb apps. Yeah, I mean, most guys just using dating apps. Most guys and girls are just using dating apps for hookups. People don't really take those things serious anyway. And it really has nothing to do with the real statistics of what's really taking place in the world. It really is really not valuable. That, a lot of people wanted my opinion on this, and I'm just going to shoot straight with y'all. But I want you to hear how the modern woman has reacted to this article. I just find it amazing that all it takes is a psychologist to say something and you ladies just jump all on it. It's crazy. It's like they don't see that they want you ladies to continue to walk in the same path. They don't want you to be held accountable. It's all about accountability. They don't want you women to take accountability for your actions. That's what it's all about. The way you living, the way you moving, the way you maneuvering, they want you to cast all the blame on men, and they want you to have all this hatred towards men, the reason why you're single. And here's the oxymoron of it all. Check this out. If you ladies out there are happy being single, if you're happy being a liberated woman, being an independent woman, then why is it such a celebration knowing that there's single men out there? Why is it an insult to be single? I just don't get it. I don't get where the modern woman is coming from with this. If you single, right, whether you a man or female, your goal should be making your life purposeful. All the days of your life should be very purposeful, because you don't have to worry about a significant other, and you can tend to whatever it is you're supposed to be doing in life. Why does each side got to cast stones at either side? If you happy in your situation, right? I don't get it. I just don't get it. But I want to go to this lady here, and let's let her share her thoughts. And I'm gonna read a little bit of this article too. Let's see. Let me go here, and everybody thumb the video up. And I'm gonna read some of the article before we go into this young lady and what she had to say. Because here we go right here. Because we got to know the context of the article as well. We got to know the context of the article. So I'm going to get into it. It says the rise of lonely single men. Dating opportunities for heterosexual men are diminishing as relationship standards rise. There's no shortage of cheeks out here. I don't know what they're talking about. It says men represent approximately 62% of dating apps users, lowering their chances for matches. That doesn't have nothing to do with the real world. It goes, men need to address skills deficient to meet healthier relationship expectations. But let me get this right. Women being the ones who allow men to get with them, because they open their legs, right? They don't need to work on a damn thing to get healthier relationships. Somebody said, hold on real quick. I'm going to get to that. Somebody said, no disrespect, but only logically explanation is that they want to be chose, but are not for whatever reason. But since they can't, they want other people single too. That makes sense. That makes sense. That means they're not happy being lonely. This is what I'm getting out of this. They're not happy, so they're projecting. They're just unhappy people in general. Enzo, thank you for the $14 contribution. Says, thank you, always keeping it real. You have a strong character, great works for the kingdom. All praises, King Elohim. Thank you for the work. Thank you for the support, but I appreciate it. And Wayne, thank you as well. Says, I own my home, have custody of my teenage daughters. I'm handsome, have no diseases, but black women don't want me. Wow. I mean, hey, do what you got to do, brother. Find a woman that does want you. You know, find a woman that does want you. That's the best thing I can tell you. But I mean, like, this thing is all about women not taking accountability at all and placing the blame, causing more division, pretty much. It says younger and middle-aged men are the loneliest they ever been in generations, and it's probably going to get worse. Now, what do you mean by lonely and get worse? They're making it seem like when men are single that they're just falling apart. Like they're just cracking at the seams, like they're just shriveling up and they're dying. Let's make this very clear. Let's make this very clear. If you're around a toxic person, it will drain you of your natural essence. It will drain you of everything that is you. It will destroy you. It will rot you to the bones. I can honestly say, so hold on. Somebody said you're intimidated. You're intimidated being a strong man. What the hell is that even supposed to be? You're intimidated being a strong. Got me fucked up. Blocked. What's going on? But anyway, as I was saying, right? As I was saying, we got a lot of individuals out here who like to project. That's all it really is. They're not happy single. Let's see what let me see what else this article got to say. It says, this is not my typical rosy view of relationships, but reality nonetheless. Over the last 30 years, men have become a larger portion of the growing group of long-term single people. How is that possible when there's more women than men? How could they even calculate that? It says, and while you don't actually need to be in relationships to be happy, men typically are happier and healthier being partnered. They claim that men are happier and healthier being partnered. Now, let me tell y'all something. I've been single for approximately, 2 months. And in 2 months, I've gotten the best shape that I've been in a long time. And you know why? Because I'm happy. I'm calling this just total nonsense. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you right now. This article is near and dear to me because I can speak, and not to, disrespect anybody that I've lived with or anything of that nature. But I can tell you right now, it's heavenly. Heavenly is the word I'm going to tell you. Heavenly. Being a single man, living on your own. If compared to living with the wrong person. And I can say the same thing for some ladies out there. Being alone can be heavenly opposed to living with the wrong person. It just so happens in modern society, everybody's dealing with the wrong person. Trying to make puzzles fit that don't fit. Because people are not waiting on the Most High. People are not going to the Lord in prayer, trying to attract a mate. People are not trying to work on themselves and heal their wounds and make themselves complete with their creator before they jump and dive into relationships. That's the real issue. And I've been guilty of this. I've been guilty of being wounded and hurt, trying to jump into something else before I can even get right with me. That's the problem with people. Stop trying to point the blame game and who's this and who's that. Get right with you. Get right with your spirit. Because I can tell you right now, as a man, the focus should be on getting your health right, getting your life right, getting your money right, getting your mind right. Seriously. Practicing some abstinence, practicing some celibacy, raising your vibration, raising your frequency. Seriously. John, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says they're trying to shame men into being the cleanup crew. Right. Who are the footstools of the community. That's a fact. Because this article goes on to say that men need to basically have better communication skills. This is what it says. Men are basically skill deficient in communication, communication and things of that nature, and having basically being a woman's stepping stool, the basic way you just worded it, brother. That's what this article is pretty much saying. It's talking about men have to be more emotionally available. Listen, women don't like men who are emotionally available. Are you serious? We've been living in the United States for how long? We know how the Western woman thinks by now. They're not looking for no emotionally available man. That's crazy. They want the emotionally unavailable man. Now, I'm going to go ahead and see what this sister got to say, because her, along with a slew of other modern women, have a lot to say about this situation, right? Let's go.
That I've been receiving all morning. Like,
fair
I
use.
got the article, y'all.
Fair
just in
use.
case somebody else is about to send me the article about the rise of the lonely single man. Dating apps are drastically changing relationships and landscape. If you're a man, put in a number 1. If you're a woman, put in a number 2, so that we can collect data and hear your answers. But I wanted to clear some things up about this article that I think, because people are asking me, what do I think about this article? So if the brothers haven't seen it, welcome. Let me let a few more people come in. Good morning, YouTube.
Let's look at the look of glee on her face. All the ladies are so excited about this article.
Good morning, good afternoon. The article said that women are setting their standards higher and men are not meeting the standards. Let me clear something up right here. I'm gonna be passionate about this because I love my brothers, because y'all got this 150% wrong from my perspective of the men that I'm interviewing. And over the last 2 months, since I've been on TikTok, I've interviewed another 40. The ability to accept the communication the way the man brings it to them. Women don't want to be accountable for the truth that the men put on them. So men do communicate. However, sis, if it's hard for your man to communicate with you, you're hard to communicate with.
Hold on.
They're either setting no standards for themselves or low standards for themselves. And men are frankly tired of it. The men that I'm interviewing, they're simply tired of women setting this high bar for the man, but have no standards. No character, no morals, no values, no communication skills.
Yep.
Women are constantly saying men don't communicate. They do communicate. Women lack the ability to accept the communication the way the man brings it to them.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on. I might have thought the modern woman was off something, but she's kind of right about certain things she's saying. She's saying, hey, it's not that men have a issue communicating. That's not the issue at all. The issue is that women don't know how to communicate. They have the issue, which is true. A lot of modern women don't know how to communicate. That's a fact. I may have had some preconceived notions here, because this is not. Hold on, let me go back.
I've interviewed another 40 men. This is and single. Simply tired of women setting this high bar for the man, but have no standards. No character, no morals, no values, no communication skills. Women are constantly saying men don't communicate. They do communicate. Women lack the ability to accept the communication the way the man brings it to them. Women don't want to be accountable for the truth that the men put on them. So men do communicate. However, sis, if it's hard for your man to communicate with you, you're hard to communicate with.
Yep, let's make this clear. Men, when they're not able to communicate with a man, he makes himself a version of himself that can survive that environment. Men know how to close themselves off, because men are all about peace. So if they're dealing with a woman that's difficult to communicate with, a brother is just going to shut down. That's what a lot of ladies don't understand. He's going to create a version of himself that can just get along in that household or in that environment. That's how men are typically. Typically, that's how brothers are, because when they try to communicate, a lot of women don't want to listen. You got brothers who, when it's time for brothers to put their foot down or be men or be leaders, and it's time for them to actually, guide their household or direct things into another direction, the proper direction, ladies, they get offensive. They get irate. Let me tell you something. Let me just put this out here. I'm going to tell you something. I will be single and quote unquote lonely for life. There is no way I will ever be in a domesticated relationship ever again with the his and her sinks. I would never do this. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that again. Brothers and sisters, ever. Ever. That would and I'm going to tell you why. Because my peace is everything. And a modern woman is not going to bring you, brothers, peace. And for years, as a man, I taught family, and I still believe in family. I believe a man should take care of his responsibilities. I believe a man should do what it is he's supposed to do as a man. But I'm going to tell you right now, brothers, in this modern society, you got to adjust to the game. You got to adjust to what's going on here. Because there ain't no way that you brothers should be keep putting yourself out there, taking care of various women, because that's what it's going to end up. Deal with women who are resourceful, have bonds, have friendships, keep them as arm's length. In this modern society, have concubines, man. That's the whole wave right now. Brothers is not wifing nothing up, but like brothers are going to remain single. Brothers is not wifing nothing up. I've seen women reacting to this article. I seen women reacting to this article, and they're talking about men, because they're single, they're going to be dying alone, and they're going to be in old folks' home and nobody to take care of them and all of that. This is what they want to see happen. This is what they're rejoicing about. They want to see you brothers down and out. They want to see you brothers depressed and stressed out. But no, it's not like that at all. See, if you hold with yourself and you one with your creator, you're going to be good by yourself. And let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Brothers ain't lonely either. Because a man can always pick up the phone and have a woman around. Women will always be there. Women will always be there. They're not going nowhere. Women are not going nowhere. Right?
I just want the women to just receive and hear me. So the rise of lonely single men, no, not lonely single men. The rise of single men is going up. And it's not because the women's standards are too high. The rise of single men is going up because men are simply sick of our shit.
Yep. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, y'all thought it was going to be a modern woman talking reckless. Oh, you thought that's what we was going to. No. We had to hit the razzle dazzle. That's exactly what it is. The reason why there's an increase in single men, because brothers have figured out that there is no incentive in getting married. There's no incentive in a long-term relationship. There's no incentive because you can get sex from any woman you desire. You can get sex and without the stress, because they don't have to be under your roof. You can pretty much get the nooks and the crannies without dealing with the aggravation. Because these ladies, they're willing to give their bodies up. So it's easy pickings. You're not like why spend your resources? Why take the chances of dealing with court, child support, family court? Why take the chances of why take those risks? Why take those risks as a man? Why? How does that benefit us? If these women want to be single, independent anyway, and nothing brothers do, whether it be providing, whether it be working, whether it be in the breadwinner, why will brothers keep doing that? We tired of that. I'm just keeping it 100, and I'm a man of the Most High, and I can tell you now, brothers are tired. They tired of the attitudes. They're tired of the competitive spirit. They're tired of the mouth almighty coming from these women. Brothers is tired of that. Brothers just want peace. Right.
I'm sorry to tell us this. And loving that article, honey, don't be happy because it's a rise in single men. Do not be happy with that, because guess who they're not dating? Us. They're deciding to be single.
Yeah, oh, we're dating. We a smash. I'm just keeping it 100. Brothers are smash. They'll smash, but they're not going to be dating. The real men ain't taking y'all on dates either, because you're independent women. We're not providing anything. We're not courting. We're not doing any of that. We on some like halfway, meet me halfway type of stuff. Israelite is the new black. Thank you for the $50 contribution. It says modern day women and righteous traditional men are unequally yoked. Absolutely. But here's the thing, Miss Israelite is the new black, and thank you so much for your contribution. Here's the thing. Listen, there's very few traditional women out here. So men have to become adaptive. Men have to adapt to the situation that they're facing. So since they unequally yoked, what do brothers do? What do brothers do? And I can tell you, as somebody who is in social media, somebody who's connected to a lot of different people, I can see the climate because I have so much access to so many people. And having this access to so many people, I know the current state of this world. And I know that we're pretty much at the end of this. It's done. It's done. I mean, I'm almost speechless telling y'all this, but it's done. It is what it is. The modern woman has made her decision, especially within the United States, that they are going to do their own thing. They're going to be their own way. They're not listening to truth or sound reason. So only thing brothers can do is adjust. And it's not a bad adjustment. It's really not a bad adjustment. See, in this world, only the strong survive, for real. Somebody said you could feel it in your soul too. Real talk. Yeah, and don't be trying to smash on these wicked women either. Try your best to pick, decent women, but good luck with that. That's why the book of Proverbs says, who can find a virtuous woman? You better off just having women that you deal with, keeping them kind of like at a distance, enjoying your life as a man, doing what it is you set forth to do in your life. That's the best advice I can give you right now, brothers, for real.
I'm talking to men every day who said, I'm choosing to be single. I don't have to be single. I'm choosing. One statistic is
exactly. Men choose to be single. They don't. Just because a man is single doesn't mean he have to be single. There are going to be many times while you're single that a woman is going to try to break through and try to change who you are. And that's something that you brothers got to look out for. Listen, women always talking about how brothers is toxic. No, these women are toxic. You could tell a woman straight up, I do not want a serious relationship. I do not want a serious relationship. And you know what, that woman, she would act like she's okay with it, but she's not. She'll deal with you. She'll try to change what you put in concrete, what you set forth from the beginning, and then overall blame you for it. But the question is, what type of person would hear a man being out front? Because it don't get no more honest than that. It don't get no more honest than a man saying, I don't want to be in a serious a serious relationship. It don't get no more honest than that. How toxic can you be when you try to change that? Because that's what these women are going to do. Men are fighting to stay single. Let me tell you something. When you become single as a brother, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be fighting to stay single. It ain't whatever they're talking about in this article, that's nonsense. You're going to be fighting to stay single.
Infidelity and side chicks. Men don't have to be single. They can have a woman all day, every day.
Exactly.
Because women are willing to morally compromise themselves to sleep with somebody's husband, boyfriend, or fiance. Men are deciding to be single. Men are leaving unhealthy marriages. And in the article, it said that men need to step up their skills on communication and different things. They need to be in therapy.
And by the way, this woman that's on your screen, she's married. She's a quote unquote relationship expert. And guess what? She has a husband. She has a husband. So that's good. You ladies can actually listen to what she's saying.
More and more men are in therapy. More and more men are in coaching. More and more men are getting resources, and they're choosing from going to therapy and coaching to leave these unhealthy relationships with these women who have standards that they don't even meet. So let's not get it twisted, ladies, and celebrate this article that the rise of lonely single men is rising, and men are lonely, and men die, and men get more emotional, and they get more of this and that.
Let me tell you something. A lot of guys die early because they have wives. A lot of guys dying early because they have wives, not because they're single. That woman is stressing that man to death, to his demise. She is killing him. She's gouging him. She's ripping his soul out day in and day out with her mouth. I don't know what y'all women be thinking that men do when they alone, but I'm telling you, it's men having it up. We in our boxes eating cereal, sliding across the kitchen floor, playing PlayStation, minding our damn business. Let me tell you something. When you ladies leave the house, I don't think you understand how happy your man be. You ladies that got men out there, I don't think you understand how at peace some brothers be when you're not there. It's like they think we fall apart without them. That's not how it is at all. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you. It's just not like that, bro. It's not like that at all.
From being in a relationship, men are tired of unhealthy relationships, and they're choosing to do different. They don't have to be lonely. Check this out. The men that I've been interviewing, a lot of them are going abroad to get their needs met, to come back so they don't have to deal with one of us or unhealthy woman.
Whoa, man. She dropping some jewels, bro. Hold up.
Have to be lonely. Check this out. The men that I've been interviewing, a lot of them are going abroad to get their needs met, to come back so they don't have to deal with one of us.
Yep.
Or unhealthy women.
We going to other countries. That's how bad it is. When she says going abroad, we going overseas where women are friendly, where women are not walking around all haughty. We going overseas. We going places where we don't have to deal with women who are arrogant. Now, listen, there's a thin line between being confident and arrogant. The American woman is arrogant, and it's disgusting. The way they act, the way they are, the way they carry themselves is off-putting. It's off-putting. No matter how good you look, their arrogance is a turn off. So brothers don't even approach it because it seems like you have unrealistic expectations for yourself, and you have unrealistic ideologies on the world. And we can see that by looking at you. So unrealistically, realistically speaking, we're not going to even approach the modern woman. We don't care how good she looked, because we can look in her eyes and see how vain she is. See how detached from reality she is. We can see how plugged into social media she is and how plugged out of what's going on around her is. The modern woman doesn't even live in the moment. The modern woman is the one who can't communicate. The modern woman is the one that acts strange all the damn time. Don't even know how to respond to a conversation. Telling you, bro. This lady is not lying, y'all.
Woman. These articles feed women who don't want to be accountable. These articles feed these women who don't want to be unaccountable to men who are coming home to sexless, lifeless, loveless, unsupportive relationships. And quite frankly, before, men were willing to accept a woman with a vagina and a pretty face because that was the standard for women.
Yep.
But men are setting the bar higher.
See, the truth is, men are actually raising their standards. Men are starting to ask women, what do you have to offer me? Man, I went on a date with this woman, right? She was beautiful. I'm talking about, she was Indian. She was very curvy. And I asked her that question. I asked her, what can you offer me? What is it that you have to offer me? And why can't we, what would stop this thing from just being a situation where we're just dealing with each other physically? What would make this gradually be more serious? There was no answer. There was no answer. She didn't. It's like no man has ever asked her that question before, because she looks so good that she don't think she has to offer nothing. She's her. She have me to offer. They don't understand, bro. They don't get it. She had no answer. She looked like a deer caught in the headlight when I asked her this question, bro. Seriously. So I think men are raising their standards.
To say you just can't have a vagina and a pretty face. You know why? Because the dating apps and the internet changed the games for men. We don't need a vagina and a pretty face because we see it all day on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yep, brothers is desensitized. Brothers are desensitized because every time we get on social media, you women is just walking around with your behinds out all day. You're just showing yourself scantily clad all day. Brothers is not even exciting no more. Now brothers want something more. Now brothers is really wanting to tap into the mind. Now brothers get turned on by intellect. They call it what? Sapiosexual. When you get turned on by a person's intellect. There's nothing like a woman who can reason. There's nothing like a woman who looking good and has a mind. She has something going on upstairs. She has something going on in her mind. Not just want to be seen all damn day. Not just wanting validation all damn day. Brothers is tired of that, man.
YouTube, TikTok, you a vagina and a pretty face.
This is why this woman has a husband. She understands.
All I got to do is pick my phone up and I see it.
Yep.
Ron said, I'm tired, sis. The men are tired. I'm sorry. With the rise of lonely, take the lonely out. The rise of single men is going up.
Yep.
But it's going up by choice. They're not lonely. They're choosing to be alone.
Exactly. And for some of you brothers, it's going to be the best choice you ever make in your life. I'm talking about, it feels amazing to just get spurts of pure bliss. Just pure joy. Because you know that you're there with your creator and can't nobody disrupt your mission. Can't nobody disturb what you're doing in your life. Can't nobody distract where you're going. And you can still have access to women. It's perfect. It's perfect. Sister's not lying.
They're choosing to get away from women that don't bring any value to them. They're choosing not to be in hostile homes and environments. They're choosing
not to be in hostile homes and environments. They're choosing to be at peace. That's what's happening. New Glip, thank you for the $10 contribution, says these women are arrogant because there has not been any recent tribulations. Men have made independence accessible for them. Take away electricity, internet, food. What do they have? Let me read that one more time, New Glip. New Glip says these women are arrogant because there has not been any recent tribulations. Exactly. They have made independence accessible for them. Yep. You're right, brother. You take away all the necessities, and that's where the value of a man comes to these women. See, here's the thing. Men love different than women. Men love different than women. Most of the time, women love for what you can offer them. Men are naturally providers, and I'm talking about in his natural essence, in his natural order. He naturally will run in a burning building for a woman. He naturally has love for that woman. Women don't see this. Women have more so love security. This is why you got the divestors out there. They more so lean towards power. They lean towards power and security. Child of the Light of the Most High, thanks for the $2 contribution, says when, I don't know what that is, when shift, they'll get feminine real quick. Oh, when it get real, when it hit the fan, I got you. When everything hit the fan, they'll get feminine real quick. That's real talk. That is real talk. And that's another thing about the modern woman. The modern woman only knows how to be, submissive when she wants something. She only knows how to be a submissive woman and kind and gentle when she wants something from you, brothers. That's what you got to understand.
It's cheaper to keep her out of the equation and say, well, shit, take half this money and I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go find me a woman that feeds my soul, that nourishes me. And if I can't find that woman, I'm choosing not to be lonely, but to be single and alone with my peace of mind.
Oh, man. Exactly. That's exactly what brothers is choosing to do nowadays. And this is why in the book of Isaiah it said, and in that day, 7 women will cleave to one man, saying, let us be called by his name to take away our reproach. It says, we'll eat our own food, get our own raiment, our own shelter, but let us cleave to that man. Because eventually the men who are doing their thing, handling their business and deciding to make this decision, they're going to be in a position where they're going to be sought after by women. They're going to be sought after by women. And you know what? These women, the world is going to get in such chaos. These women going to have no choice but to gravitate towards these men. You ain't going to have to deal with no woman keeping a daggone leash on your Johnson. You don't have to deal with that because you're a man and you could do whatever you want to do. You could do whatever you want to do as a man. Ain't no way, brothers, ain't no way you're supposed to meet no woman and she telling you what you can and can't do, what woman you can and can't have. Ain't no way. You a grown man and you paying all your own bills and you doing you. Ain't no way a woman should tell you what you gonna do with your body. No. Ain't gonna happen. Men are gonna be men, period. It just is what it is. This is the time we living in.
So that's what I think about the article. Not lonely, single is a choice. The wording is totally wrong. And for the women on there, again, who are celebrating this article, sis, go get your whole entire self together. I'm sorry. The game has changed for men. The game has changed. You are accountable to women. You are accountable to be better. You are accountable to have higher standards. Don't come over here demanding these standards for men. Oh, men need to upgrade on their communication skills.
On our communication skills. says the same modern women who have no intellect at all.
You need to upgrade on your communication skills.
Right.
Because when men communicate with you, you don't accept what they're saying unless it's something that's tickling your ears and what you want to hear. So
exactly.
After a certain amount of time, when a man communicates with you and gets punished for his truth, he might as well tell a lie. Because
yep. And you got some women so crazy out here, they would rather you lie. You got some women that will punish you to submission. You keep it real with some of these women, they'll keep badgering you and they'll make a liar out of you. They'll make you a liar. Because that's how crazy some of these modern women are. They like, lie to me. Lie to me. That's what they like. The modern woman she loves beautiful little lies, bro. Real talk. Algin, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says us men got to be men again. Real talk. We got to take ourselves back, man. Like our ancestors used to, like our ancestors used to live. That's how we got to be with these women.
Because you're going to be mad if he tell the truth or not. And then you're going to twist his words. So go upgrade your communication skills, because 2 things are required in communication: listening and speaking. And a lot of times women are not listening because it doesn't sound like what they want to hear. I want to have kids. Well, I don't want to have kids. So now he can't communicate because he didn't say what you wanted him to say. He didn't mean what he said. Yes, he did. Men communicate quite well with other people who communicate well. They communicate all day, every day on their job.
These women think they can change you, brothers. They think they can change you. And see, things are totally in reverse. Women are supposed to be trying to basically impress us. We ain't supposed to be we need to work on this, or we need to. Who the hell do these modern women think they are? Who do they think they are? You outnumber us. We are the men of this. We built the United States that you live in. We built it. All the high-rise buildings, the streets, all the clubs you go to, all the clothing stores, all the infrastructure. They were built by the hands of men, woman. Men. A society could not function without us. Who do you think you are where you telling us what we need to do? You need to be impressing us. You need to be giving us a pitch to why we should wife you up, why we should have you under our wing. You need to be pitching why you the one that I should have in my quarters. That's how it should be, brothers. That's how it should be, brothers. They need to be proving themselves to you. They need to be working on themselves. You got to prove yourself to some modern woman. No, all you got to do as a man is be a man. Be you. Be true to yourself. Handle your business. Have some morality. Have some dignity. Have some integrity about yourself. And do what it is you're supposed to do.
They communicate in the gym. They communicate all day through life. They communicate very well at Starbucks. This is what I want. They communicate very well at the restaurant. This is what I need. When they communicate with a lot of us as women, and not all of us. Samantha, I'm speaking from the male perspective. So if you're not familiar with my platform, we all need to, and men need to too.
You know what she should have did to Samantha? She should have hit her with one of these. Got me fucked up. And blocked her.
And tit for tat. We don't do that over here. We're talking about from a male perspective, because again, nobody wants anybody to speak for the Black man. It's not about what we all need to. We know that that's common sense. It's common sense that we all need to do these things. But we're speaking right now from the fact of what this article said, that the rise of lonely single men is some type of badge or some type of honor, when they're not being single because they're being forced to be single.
Hold up. Is another person in the chat that need to be blocked? Hold up. Let's see. They be popping up, don't they? They showing up today. Got another one need to be blocked. Let's go. Hold up. Let me see.
got me fucked up.
I know y'all like my new block button. Y'all know that thing's sick with it.
They're choosing to walk away from unhealthy relationships, finally, because people are saying, oh, men need to get therapy to help them be better. It's helping them get clarity on the fact that I don't have to stay in
the only therapy we need is these videos from myself, Black Male TV Advice, Mark the Messenger, and the Power Circle. That's the only therapy we need as men. It's the only healing we need. And you know what other healing we need? Get away from these toxic ass women, get to ourselves, and get right with our Creator. That's the only healing we need. That's the only healing we need. We don't need to go to no therapist. That's why I tell you in the scriptures, it's better to dwell in a jungle with dragons and lions than dwell in a house with a venomous woman. That's all the therapy we need. Solitude.
Unhealthy relationship. It's helping them on the fact that I don't have to be in a relationship at all right now. I can be happy by myself.
Yep.
Women always talk about I can do bad all by myself. Men are discovering that I can do better all by myself.
Exactly. Listen, man, brothers, you could take over the world by yourself. When there ain't nobody standing in your way. Let me tell you something, and a lot of times in relationships, every time you elevating as a man in whatever respective profession you in, the modern woman is used by Satan to stop you. She's used by Satan to stop you. Every time you rising, every time she will be you. You see it with Will Smith. That Jada Pinkett syndrome kick in. It's like a demon hops in these individuals to try to stop what you building. They're easily used by the devil because their emotions are weak, and they got some kind of secret deal with Satan. They got little strings attached with them that they won't let go. So a lot of times they'll get in the way, and they might not even be doing it purposely, but they're getting in the way of progress. It ain't nothing a man can't stand more when somebody takes their progress away. When a man's progress, you know, what a man put his hands to, what a man works towards, when somebody knock his progress, oh, that sets a man off. Brothers don't like that. We work too hard to get what we getting in life. To have some woman in the way when we could just, and only thing they bringing us is problems in vagina. And get vagina anywhere. Find you a stable of clean women. Let me tell you something. Let me break it down like this. You brothers, y'all got to stop being so thirsty. Stop eating these random women out. Stop putting your mouth on these women, bro. Like, stop doing all that kind of stuff. Listen, women have to earn everything. They have to earn everything, bro. Everything they got to earn. Everything. Don't even lickety split. Don't lickety split. Don't lickety split, bro. I'm telling you, brother, some real talk right now. Everything must be earned. The modern woman must earn everything. She's gonna have to work herself back into our good graces. She's gonna have to work herself back into our good graces. Seriously. Yeah, brother say I'm scared to do that now, right? Real talk. If you out here eating box with these random man, hey, if you out here munching these boxes of these random women, Lord have mercy on your soul. Seriously, brother, seriously. If you just out here just, man, with that monkey running around, man, the Willie Lump walking around, you just out here, man, nah. But I don't want to get off topic. But what I'm saying is make them earn everything. Let me see. Let's go.
Because this chick is bringing me down.
Yep.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially.
Yep. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially.
Period. So these articles that y'all celebrating as women, anytime they put an article that benefits women and the fact of shunning accountability. It's a great article. This is not a great article for women, that more and more men are choosing to be single. That means one of us is being left out of the equation to get a husband, boyfriend, fiance, boo, life partner, whatever it is you want to call it. When they start choosing to be single, it means, listen, I'm just going to date. I'm not going to commit to anybody. I'm just going to date, and I'm good with that. So don't think that for 1 second that this is working for us as women. We should be concerned when there's an article that said the rise of single men.
Right, because if it's a rise of single men and you ladies already outnumber us, where does that leave you? That leaves you in your house with your rose toy for the rest of your natural born life. With that rose toy just all in your crevices, just all up in your nooks and crannies. Your entire life, you're going to be buzzing yourself. You're going to be taking all them weapons of mass destruction from under your bed for your entire life. I seen a woman on social media talking about why every woman need to have a dog. Why every woman need to have a dog, y'all. And then she was talking about what the Greeks and the Romans used to do. I ain't lying to y'all. I've seen a video floating around, modern woman talking about why they all need dogs. Y'all should be concerned that there's a rise in single men, because that means you're going to be out in the cold. That should be telling you ladies that it's coming a time where it's over for y'all. Unless you find you a good brother, a decent man that's about something, cleave to him. If you want if you want any more Johnson in your life, I'm talking about the real thing. If you want any more of the real thing in your life, I think you better humble yourself and find a decent brother to cleave to, and put all of the put all the pride to the side, because y'all modern women are too prideful. And to be totally frank with you, a lot of these women, they're the ones who miserable as hell when they're alone. A lot of the modern women be miserable as hell while they're alone. And you know what end up happening? They start letting themselves go. Oh, Black Male TV in the house. Salute, brother. He says a mod was allowed in the chat. A bot was allowed in the chat. Yeah, let me see if I can find it right now. We're going to get him up out of there. Because, oh, I think they got him. Cool. You already know. You're in the wrong channel with that. No bots up in here. We running a tight ship on this side. We ain't having none of that.
Men can have 2 or 3 of us. And they talking about because...
Shoot, we can have 4 or 5 of y'all. She said men can have 2 or 3 of us. We can have 4 or 5 of y'all. 6 or 7 of y'all. We have as many as we want. 69 mega. Make sure y'all got them out. I thought the mods got them. Y'all make sure y'all get them out. Hey, this sister speaking some real talk. She said he can have 2 or 3 of us. Exactly. Listen, it's more beneficial for a man to be living alone, single, and have 2 or 3 women that he can call up, pipe down, deal with when he's ready on his leisure time, and be able to focus on his respective goals, than deal with a combative woman who ain't down with the program. A woman who worried about, all the wrong things, hounding a man. And he's still here, y'all. Where my moderators at? I don't see him. Let me see if I can find him in this chat real quick. Because we don't do the bots. Y'all don't know they can do different things to the chat. Those bots can actually manipulate the chat and hack and all kind of things. So if I got a moderator in here, make sure y'all get them on up out of there.
Women have raised their standards. No, there's some low down, dirty women that don't raise their standards that men could go find all day, every day. So don't believe the hype. I'm just trying to help y'all out, sisters. And I understand, like, we must protect this man. No, you better sit back and think about what this article is really saying to you as a woman. If men are choosing to be single and we are already in a deficit, we got a serious problem here.
Y'all got a serious problem. A real serious problem. They didn't confuse this society to confuse y'all women so much. Y'all think it's a good thing that it's a rise in single men. No, that means you're not going to have a husband. You're not going to have a man. And eventually, I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to get to a point in time. I'm telling y'all, mark my words, the way society is going, you brothers who got your stuff together, there's going to be women just jumping in your whips. You're going to be driving down the street. You're going to be chilling. And women they're going to get aggressive. Like once America becomes a third world country, because that's what it seems like. Once you morally degrade the country and it becomes third world, because the morals are gone. So now that's the foundation of a country. You take all the morals out of the play, women are going to get desperate. The price of WAP going to go down. Higher gas prices go up, less WAP costs. Seriously, the higher the gas go up, the less the WAP costs. Telling you now. And guess what? You brothers gonna be just out there, out and about. You brothers gonna be coming from the gym. You're gonna be coming from doing different things, and women they gonna really be on you, brothers. And you're gonna have to be careful. It's really gonna come to that one day. Mark my words, I'm saying that. Because you got people, the way these women walk around now, you thinking that's far-fetched. No, it's not. Look at what's happening right now. That's not far-fetched at all.
And I really believe that women, we need to stop acting like only men need therapy. Because when we go to therapy, yes, I'm going to call us out because I'm a woman too. When we go to therapy, we go with the intention on fixing the man. When we go to coaching, we go with the intention on fixing the man instead of going with the intention on fixing ourselves.
Yep.
And that's a problem. Anytime we go for help, we going for help to a therapist, a counselor, a coach to tell us, how do I fix him?
Yep. They always trying to change you, brothers. You know how good it feels to be in an environment where somebody is not constantly trying to change who you are? Even when you're honest with these women, even when you're telling them the truth, they're constantly manipulated. They're doing whatever to manipulate you, to change you. Do you know how tiring that is on your brain, on your spirit?
How do I change him? How do I make him better? You in therapy, coaching, and counseling for you. And if that man does not want to change his behavior or do something different, it's time for you to walk away. Stop sitting there. When the therapist is saying something to you, you thinking, oh, that's him.
And that's the thing. Some of these women won't walk away from the relationship. They won't walk away until they completely destroy that brother. Even when they given ample opportunities to leave, hey, once they sink their teeth in some of you brothers, man, that's it. That's why you brothers got to make decisions early on who you're going to be dealing with, because these women they'll leave you. I'm telling you, you got to make sure you courting the right ones. You got to make sure you courting the right ones, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, boo, that's you. I'm sorry to tell y'all. So for anybody who sent me this article.
For the record, I wasn't talking about buying WAP. I'm against purchasing vagina because he says WAP going to be cheap and infected. We don't want that. Real talk. I was saying that WAP going to be cheap to make a point that they're going to get more desperate. But nah, you ain't going to have to pay for no WAP. You don't have to pay for WAP. It's a privilege. It's everywhere. But thank you for the contribution, bro. I appreciate it.
I've received the article. I appreciate y'all because y'all know I'm on this journey of speaking up for my brothers and advocating for Black men. Let me just go through my notes. The rise of the lonely single man, dating apps are drastically changing relationship landscapes. Everybody's not on the dating app.
Right.
Who did you interview for these statistics?
Exactly. Who?
I'm speaking for black men. I'm speaking to black men, personally speaking to them. And this ain't true. Men are the rise of lonely single. No, they're not lonely. They're alone and they're choosing to be alone and single. The word.
It's a beautiful choice. It's a beautiful choice to choose you. Brothers, it's okay to choose you. Look, back in the days in biblical times, we were the ones writing up the divorce letters. If for whatever reason, whatever the situation may be, if that relationship wasn't working, if that woman wasn't doing what we wanted her to do, we wrote a bill of divorce, and that was that. That was the law back in the day. Remember, in the last days, we will be under the covenant of the law again. We will be under the covenant of the law again. They say the rod of the covenant. We coming back under the same covenant. We're basically channeling the spirit of our forefathers. Except now we ain't got to write no bill of divorce. All you got to do is send a text message. All you got to do is pick up a phone. Hey, I don't think this situation is working. For whatever reason, we need to go our separate ways. It is what it is. It just is what it is. If that woman is not helping you build, if she's not adding to your empire, if she's not bringing you peace, if she's not bringing you a certain energy when she's around, let her go. If her energy drains your energy and doesn't build it up, let her go. Thank you for the $2 contribution. It says, appreciate your work and speaking the truth. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Thanks for that.
Wording is all wrong. Women are sharing this article because they think it benefits them when it really doesn't. Ladies, sometimes y'all guys pump your brakes. Pause and read the article again. I'm a single woman. I'm a single black woman. This does not benefit me as a single black woman. And I have high standards, but men have high standards too. So you're coming into these situations where you're having these high standards, and said that the women are raising the standard for men. You're raising the standards, but you have no standards. You're raising the standards, but you have low standards. So men are choosing to be single because your standards don't match the ones that you're presenting to him. So keep raising the standards on the man while you're not raising the standards on you. And guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be lonely and single because that's the reality of it.
Exactly. The truth of the matter is brothers are choosing to be single because women are not raising their standards. We've raised our standards and they're not living up to those standards. How many brothers got to come forth on social media and talk about the issues and the problems we having out of the modern woman before they actually improve themselves? See, everything that brothers has been speaking, I hate to say this, it hasn't helped the sisters. Only thing it did was help brothers to actually get fed up to make the better decisions. That's all it did. It didn't help the women. They didn't take heed. So they'll be left in the wind. The modern woman will be left to be destroyed on her own, bro. And that's a big pill to swallow, but it's the truth. Because all of the work brothers was putting in, talking about the modern woman, y'all thought y'all were being attacked. Y'all thought brothers hated women. Y'all misogynist. Newbie, you're misogynist. You hate women. You hate ladies. You hurt. Who hurt you? Also, we can finally get fed up and say, okay, we tried. Every time we try to communicate, that's what you ladies do. So now brothers is going, pretty much it's MGTOW. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty much, in hindsight, the MGTOW brothers was on to it. I hate to say this, man. I stand corrected. I want to publicly apologize to all the MGTOW brothers that I've disrespected over the years. You brothers some of you brothers, some of the incel behavior, but you brothers was on to something. I'm admitting this right now because I've disrespected MGTOW a lot of times, bro. Marguerite Gibson, thank you for the $20 super sticker. Highly appreciate it. But the MGTOW brothers, they had the right idea. They had the right idea. Yeah, and then the one who made the article prefer men. So the modern woman, y'all don't see the division here. Y'all don't see the tactics here. The person who wrote the article play on the other side. So he don't even have a foot in the race. His intentions wasn't to have it so men and women can somehow improve. No, they want you women to keep on doing the same thing you doing and putting the blame on men. Those people on that side, they anti-life. Let's go.
Again, vagina and a pretty face is nothing right now. There's vagina and pretty faces all over the internet. So men ain't impressed with that in the house anymore. Years and years ago, men.
Margarita Gibson, thank you for the $20 super sticker. I appreciate you.
Wanted a woman with a pretty face and a nice body, and there was no substance. And I'm not saying men didn't want substance, but a lot of times women didn't come with substance, and it took a man time to figure that out. And then he was in the situation that was kind of like, oh, I'm just stuck in the situation. Now men are not stuck in the situation. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you have a beautiful body. That's where it starts. I'm visually attracted to you. But now that we're about to talk about having a family, building legacies, raising children, honey, you're going to need more than a vagina and a pretty face. I got to let you go.
Yeah, the modern woman is not ready for family. She's not ready for growth and development. She's not mature enough. The modern woman will always tear her household down. The modern woman, the way she's designed, she will always destroy her home. She will always sabotage what you are building. Don't have children with the modern woman. If you do get yourself a concubine, you need to make it so she works herself up to being a wife. She has to gain your trust. Like, she has to gain your trust. Before anything happens, that woman has to gain your trust. Brothers, don't be just trying to just don't impregnate nothing out here, man. Do what it is you do. Now, I ain't going to tell brothers, all you brothers to go on monk mode, but if you can, like from Paul's writings, right? Go on monk mode until you fold. Semen retention, no fat. Work on you. Work on your money. Work on your fitness. Work on your business. Like, if you can do that for as long as you can, do that. EJ88, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says they don't realize they're being fattened up for the slaughter. Great work, Breed. Real talk, brother. That's exactly what's happening. They being fattened up for the slaughter. Sligma the Prince, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says the harlot riding the beast that the beast eventually hated are the bronze woman in the Bible. I'm not sure what scripture you're referring to, brother. T Raw, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says men is the prize. We need to understand that and never settle for less from these women. If we have to be alone, so be it. That just gives us more focus on our purpose. Exactly. You get time and opportunity to focus on yourself with a clear mind, with no distractions. Facts.
I'm sorry. Mama will not be happy if I brought you home to her. Oh, she cute. Well, mothers are saying it too. Oh, she real cute, but she's shallow as hell. No, she ain't going to be my kid's grandmother as Reggie Bush and Kim Kardashian. Mothers and sons are raising their standard. And no offense to Kim Kardashian.
Shannon, thank you for the $5 contribution. I appreciate you.
But he needed more than a pretty face and a nice body. He needed his morals and his values and his standards to line up with hers, and they did not. And he was willing to walk away from what most men would have stayed in. But men are making different decisions now, and they are not lonely. Yep. They are not lonely.
Yep. A lot of times when you become single as a man, you gotta see, this is the thing. Like, if anything, you grow so comfortable being in your own company, especially if you're an introvert. You really enjoy your own company and your own energy. A lot of times you may disappoint some of your ladies because you don't want to be bothered. It ain't even an issue of you being lonely. It's an issue of you'll have, at sometimes you'll have it where I could tell you now, I think one of the issues that I'll face personally, and I'm just keeping it a bone with y'all, keeping it a buck with y'all. I think the issue that I would mostly have is not giving enough attention to the women that I deal with, because I just enjoy being alone. And that could be a hindrance that can kind of like make a woman like fall back or whatever, because you so used to being on your own move. You so used to being productive. You so used to doing something that's going to better yourself. You focus on the right things. You focusing on, different things. So sometimes women will get irritated that you're not giving them all that time and space. Like you're not giving them the attention they desire. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that's a problem. That's the only problem you may run into, not being lonely. Being lonely is the last thing on the table. Because if you're lonely, all you got to do is pick up that phone or send a text message. Thanks for the $2 contribution. Says, my mom did that 9 years ago, told my BM to take my sons. I'm not sure what she did. Chris the Rebel, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says, now then, my sons listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways into her paths. Real talk. That's real talk. ASAP, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says, it's interesting to finally see the different ideologies of godly men coming together, be in Israel or MGTOW. The Most High is bringing us together. That's a fact. That's real talk, bro. That's real talk right there. So, New Breed has publicly apologized to MGTOW. It's official. It's official. Because I used to go in on MGTOW. I just thought they were all incels. I didn't really understand where they were coming from. Now that I think about it, MGTOW was on to something. And I stand corrected because I see what a lot of the brothers had some decent talking points that was in MGTOW. For real. All right, let's continue.
Nina, you need to go. If I need to calm down, you need to get off my feed.
Yep.
Boo. Anyway, let's continue.
Got me fucked up.
She did that.
The conversation. Men are no longer dealing with bad attitudes, lack of support, lack of empathy, and not being able to make a mistake in a relationship. Manage. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I be blocking folks.
Yeah, she getting them up out of there.
Got me fucked up.
One more time. That's the face of a person blocking. That's the look I get too when I'm blocking. Like, hold up, who is this? Who is this? Get them up out of there. Get them up out of there. Yeah.
Block. Confirm. Bye-bye. So again, men have raised the standards in their relationships, right? Men have raised the standards. They're no longer dealing with our bad attitudes. They're no longer dealing with lack of support.
Go subscribe to Trey Kearney, relationship expert. If you want to see her full video on this situation, go support her platform. I like what the sister's doing over there. That's real talk. We need more ladies who are telling these sisters what it is and what's really going on before these ladies go out here celebrating, jumping all on TikTok, thinking that it's a good thing that brothers are being single. Brothers is not lonely, and brothers is not depressed, and brothers ain't out here just shriveling up, dying because they alone. That's crazy. If anything, your health gonna be a lot better. If anything, your mental state is gonna be a lot better. You're gonna sleep better at night, and you're gonna wake up happy in the morning. If anything, I'm just being 100% with you. I can't lie about this, man. But yo, man, it's such a blessing building with y'all. Ladies just got to take accountability. If you offended by my content or what I'm bringing out, then promptly remove yourselves. just promptly remove yourself, because I'm not here to tickle the ears of the modern woman. I'm here to just bring the truth and show you where we're at in society so you can move accordingly. Anyway, it's such a blessing building with y'all. I want everybody to thumb the video up. I don't know where the likes is at, but share this video everywhere. I don't even know if it's going to stay on this platform. It actually may go on my other platform, Patreon. But shout out to the Power Circle. Shout out to Ringo TV Raw putting in that work. Go subscribe to Blackmail TV Advice. Subscribe to Mark the Messenger. Subscribe to the whole Power Circle, man. Let's get Rollo on the 7 Talk. Let's get him over 1,000 subs. You know, support the brethren who've been putting in the work, because I don't think people understand how frustrating it is putting in this work just to watch people steal and sabotage what the work is about. Because that's what you're going to have going on. And just, it is what it is. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.